Welcome to Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the final race of the round of 12 here in the GoPro Chase. Jackson Steiner and Cameron Caldwell, your last week's winner, will start on the front row for tonight's event. We got full booth tonight. We got Chris, Jack, and Drake. Welcome, guys.
Yo, yo, yo.
Howdy.
Chris is probably AFK again.
Yeah, he's probably gone. But besides that,
Alright, he's here.
He's definitely here. Alright, so I think we're all ready to get some racing going here in the round of 12. So Jackson Steiner, like I said, we'll start on the pole, and we'll get the command here, and then we'll go over some different topics to talk about here during this race.
Drivers, start your engines!
There's the command, so we're ready to fire the cars off here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I believe this is the second race this season at this track. So these guys
haven't usually done second race at this track. Typically we only see one, which is the Brickyard 400, but we got two on the schedule, so let's got a couple things to talk about here.
One of the big stories. Sure. Yeah, let's see what Drake's got to say here, really quick.
So we've heard big news out of the JM1 camp, and then we've heard stories out of the DG Motorsports camp as they are shutting down at the end of the season. But there's some even bigger news coming out of the JM1 Motorsports group. Jack, you want to talk about what's going on over there?
Yeah, we had kind of a shake-up there because, geez, this game. There was a contract signed by the driver of the 87, Blaze McKinney, prior to the notice of, or they signed the contract before informing JM1. As a result, JM1 released McKinney, who is now still in the 87, but now for Uprise in a Ford.
Teamed up with Chris Lilly and Brian Lilly, also playoff drivers.
Yep. Yeah, and meanwhile, Drake goes shutting down his team. He'll be returning to his old ride, the 88, for JM1 in Season 8, while his team, DG Motorsports, shuts down.
That'll leave Nathan Inman out of a ride for next season, so we'll hope that talented driver will get a ride next season.
Kind of like a whole silly season thing happening.
Yeah, these guys are just...
And then,
it kind of does remind me of a Stuart Haas and Joe Gibbs here.
And this isn't JM1's first big move. You remember they are releasing Jelani Howell at the end of the season, replacing him with Connor Hudson.
So they are doing big changes here.
It's one heck of a race here.
Here we go. So we're going to come to the green flag here at Indianapolis. Jackson Steiner and Cameron Caldwell. List down, and the game glitches out as we're coming to the green flag. Green flag is in the air here at Indianapolis. Down in the one we go.
Yeah, and one thing to talk about is we're going to see a lot of passing and a lot of lead changes, so I believe in this race.
RE3 wide. Drake goes and gets pushed to the middle. He's trying to clear that 48 again to get back down low. 87 falling back quick. Oh, they got together. Both of them up into the wall. Everybody scatters, and so does the screen.
Check up.
There we go. 87.
Oh, Preston just showed up. Preston, we're live right now.
What's up, race fans?
Well, we got 5 people in the booth. This will be fun.
Oh boy.
Already, two playoff drivers already getting into the wall and falling back. Blaze McKinney and Drake goes
separated the field like crazy. Drake goes on. It is a little bit more safe. He's 47 points above the cut line. The 3 guys below the cut line are the 77, the 09, and the 89. And the 89's probably the only one of those guys in a must-win because he's 50 points below the cut line right now.
Battle for second.
So he needs to be in victory lane if he wants to advance to the next round. And we'll see how the racing is. It seems like it's pretty cloudy here at the track. So
yeah, it's more grip for these guys.
Hot, and it won't be hot and slick like we're used to seeing in Indy. The flyby the field, a lot of guys checked up, and the field kind of got split in half.
We got some radio information that the 88 is furious with the 87 there.
They are going to keep going.
88 and the 87 are actually former teammates too. They were both with JM1 in Season 6.
looks like the 87 has been able to get around the 88 here.
And he's going to go
Looks
through
like
it again. He gets into him. Maybe some payback. And the 87 goes around. Off the bumper of the 41. Back up in the field.
Boom.
26 to 1. The 41.
Everyone. I think that's everyone.
Payback.
That could have been
Everyone back there.
that could have been a lot bigger. Not
Yeah,
a good
way
first race for
way
Blaze
bigger
McKinney's
than
debut in Uprise Motorsports. Gets taken out by 2 Chevrolets there.
Take
Goes
out by
when
a
had
former
something to say
teammate.
about
Oh,
that.
a little bit of something happened up there.
Yeah, taking out my former teammate who's coming back to the team. This drama.
I think Gosling was mad about that one.
Yeah,
move
he just got
made,
into
so
him and
Gosling
turned him
decided,
into
oh,
the
well.
41.
That was payback. And
Jackson Stanley leads us
So
back to the
now
caution
what-
flag.
What does
everyone
this do to
else,
the
I think,
playoff
should be
picture?
alright.
I don't know. Let's pop up the playoff picture, see what they're looking like now before the race starts. Well, before
Prior
the-
to the
yeah, before-
start of the race,
See it there on the
I
left of
don't-
your
the-
screen.
the
McKinney was 53
88 was
above.
5th, 47 points above.
88 got through there without damage.
The 87 is 3rd, 53 points above. I think he will be fine in points.
Yeah.
Everyone else that wrecked, they have minor damage that looks
Oh,
pretty
a
fixable. You see
stack
that?
up here coming to the.
Oh,
Oh, that's even more
Okay,
damage.
I take it back. I take it back because
Stack
I
up.
thought the one's damage looked fixable, but now I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, he just jinxed
What
it.
happened?
I jinxed everyone because there was that stack up.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought it looked
Oh, the
fixable. I guess not.
57 wasn't ready for the 53 of Chris Lilly to slow down that fast. He actually got
That's-
into Chris Lilly.
And that's rear damage on the 53 as
And
well.
then the
so
32 had nowhere to go.
he is fine. The 53 has absolutely nothing to worry about.
He
He's
doesn't
should
even
be
have
fine.
any damage.
Yeah. 87, that's going to hurt his case even more. That's insult to injury for him. So we're going to come
That's insult to
Oh,
injury
dear.
for a lot of these guys. Definitely some interesting events unfolding in this race in the wake of such huge news from these teams.
.48 was the one that made that early move right into turn 1 on the first lap that actually set the 88 and the 87 wide. And they got together. Looks like mostly gas and goes here. Maybe some
Yeah,
two tire
looks like a
stops.
lot
The
of gas
23
and
of
goes.
Gabe Pizzola will come out first.
Because Zola is on the cut line, 5 points above. I believe lap 32
Oh, we got a car
will be
blowing
our
up back
stage
here.
break.
The 14 of Colin McCoy coming off pit road. He blows up. He's got to watch out here. Don't spin in some oil.
Years. I'm thinking right now.
Anyway, so 32 will be our stage break. Obviously, we're nowhere near that. Just saying that for future
Yeah.
reference, but
Well, the 47 went wide off the... the
he went through the grass to
It's just a little
make
wide.
it through everything.
They're there for a reason.
And the 14's already. Oh yeah, obviously he's gonna just come right back down that service road.
88 or the 87 is coming back on the track. He should be okay to continue, but that damage is going to be
Yeah,
pretty...
the 88, he took a while
45's
on
got
that
bad
pit stop, but
damage.
The 88 took a while on that pit stop, but
Yeah.
I think what they wanted
I
to
think
do
the
is
one's
try
in
to
the
fix that
garage
for us.
too, or he's on
Let's
pit
see
road.
what happened here. See, the 25 goes to the inside of the 87, then the 88, I think, drives it right through the middle. Or, yeah, the 41 goes to the inside of him.
I have to feel like this was a revenge move though for the 82.
Mhm.
They
Got
were
into
not
him.
happy.
And then that
About
just
that
turned him into Brody Kupski, and Kupski, he really had nowhere to go.
And he slid through it, and no one could drive away because all the cars that were spinning just came right back up on the track, and there's a whole bunch of cars that had absolutely nowhere to go.
Brody just.
I think the
almost
one had it
killed
through, and then the 41 came up in front of him, and then the 45 stacked up behind him. They all just stacked up. Look at the 89, the playoff driver, barely making it through. The 77 barely made. Look at Chris Lilly. Oh, he did get some damage there.
Yeah,
He
he
did.
got clipped.
See right there, I think he got into the rear of the 41, but he should be okay.
It's probably fixable.
Yeah. See, he's back out
What
there.
a fantastic
Deep in the field, though,
start
so
to
him and Nathan
find
Nimmin are
that.
also playoff drivers that are back there. They really got to work their way up
Did
to
the
the front.
one go to the garage? Because I didn't see him on track for a bit.
No, he didn't.
The first
No, he
5
didn't.
laps.
He's right there.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
No one's a lap down, so it looks
Gozlan
like
may-
all this damage was
I think Gozlan may have had
fixable.
like a right front rub from getting into McKinney there, so he maybe had to take longer that pit stop. He's back to 32nd.
I
Here's
think
Brian
the one and the
Lilly in
87 are
28.
both racing without a rear end on there too.
Yeah, Benson Penn in 26th. Mason Tyler 23rd. Noel Rivera
I mean,
21st.
it's still early. You never know. They could run up front, but it's probably not likely.
So far, Matthew
Which is
Dutcher's
crazy.
come up to the front a little bit. 7th.
Personally, I think it's been a crazy first 5 laps.
Having
Oh, yeah.
only been, we're gonna restart on lap 8, I think. There's not really like, I won't throw the possibility out of the window just yet, but you never know. And Colin McCoy is in the garage with a header issue.
Oh, McCoy was. Yeah. That's he was the one who was blowing up. Yeah, he was the one who was blowing up.
He was the one who
mixing
blew
him up with somebody else. So when I come back to the green here, playoff drivers are scattered around the field. So
Yeah, that wreck definitely changed everything.
the two Toyotas, Cazzola and Polite, they're 1st and 4th. Those are the top 2 chase drivers. And then you have Jackson Steiner in the 97, who was the leading before the caution. He took 2 tires. Everybody in front of him took just gas and go. So here we go. Back to the green flag we go here at Indianapolis. The rookie, Gabe Cazzola, having a great season, a consistent season. He's trying to solidify his spot in the run of 9 as he will lead the field back to green. And we're green again here at Indianapolis.
Let's try to make
Good
a
restart.
couple laps without nobody wrecking.
Good. Yeah, these guys do single file on this restart should help them. The 94 is going to make a move early. The
Well,
09
they're
is
not
going to make a
stay
move.
single file for long because they're
No.
already splitting it too
94
wide.
trying to go into the top 5. He'll make that pass.
Oh, look at this. They're all so tight
Oh.
off that corner. If they were making contact, that could have been bad.
Boy, sit that thing.
See the bumps down the back straightaway
Road,
here.
cowboy.
48 might make a move here. Here he comes. To the inside.
Look out, that 94 is coming, boys. He is on fire. He picked up another driver.
Here
after
comes
that.
the 09.
Cameron Caldwell was the Brickyard 400 winner.
Yeah. Oh, 09's looking through
Oh,
wide.
here we
Nope.
go.
He ducks back in
Here we
line.
go.
It's tandem drafting. The 23 might have the run off the corner on the outside. Nah, he doesn't have the
Uh-oh,
draft, though.
This might lead to something here. Oh,
This will be
23
close
to
right
check
here.
up.
Fairclough
09 looking for
is
the
running
lead.
for some kind of personal glory here. He has their front all season.
Yeah. 48, a great corner. He's pulling away. DaCosta up to 3rd. Then you have the 36 of Jared Bokanowski, and there's the 2 tires of Jackson Steiner up in the 5th position already. Nick Hagee up here in 9th.
boy. Oh, that was close.
97's all over the back of Jared in that 36.
No. Hmm.
36 has got to run, or the 94's got to run. He's looking to the inside of Nate Polite.
I told you, boys, he's coming.
He's got
Yeah,
a fast
He's
Ford Mustang.
coming.
09 had to check up there on the outside.
coming.
The 09 definitely
Up
had
to
to check
second.
up there through the corner.
He's coming.
23 has just shot to the back. He is just losing a spot after spot.
Yeah,
Playoff drivers not
car
having
got
a,
in the wall in the back.
probably one of these slow cars.
Yeah,
Oh, it
I
was
think
a
it was-
32.
There
It was
you
a
go,
32. 87's still back there. He's just trying to hang on.
Yeah, this is not what the 87 needed, although he's
okay.
not locked in because the maximum amount of points someone can win is 53 or 55, and he's 53 points above, so he's not 100% safe, but you never know.
Exactly.
94 is chasing down the 48.
Is that Kevin Harvick in that race car?
He's closing.
Might as well be. They call it Kevin Harvick the closer for a reason, but closing a race out, it isn't exactly something that Connor DaCosta was known for in the early part of the season. Just wreck after wreck.
Here he
until
comes.
He did get a win.
Here he
Oh, he
comes.
drove it in deep
He's there. He got it.
to the lead. The
Ride that thing,
rookie.
cowboy. Ride it.
26, you are in 38th. These top 4 are getting close together here. And you got a distance back to Cameron Caldwell, your defending winner here at Indianapolis. And you have Nick Hagee, Zach Kame, Nate Polite, Matthew Dutcher, and Joseph Costello having a good run in 10th. Most of these non-chase drivers are running very well today. There's only one chase driver in the top 10. Or 2, actually. 48's going to make a charge.
With it being the last race before the the cutoff, you don't really want to have a bad race.
Yeah, you need to have the best race of your life.
48 coming back. Here comes Jared Bokanowski.
94 around the outside makes it work. That's surprising.
Wow.
Big run by the 94.
I did not expect that. And now there's a train on the bottom coming.
One slip up here. Heck, you going to the back.
3 wide. It looks like
32's
some of those
gone pit road.
cars that took damage are up to speed in the back. Like I did see the 88, the 1, the 57, all the guys that were kind of involved in that wreck are still hanging with the pack, but at the very back of it. So
Battle for second. 36. Jared Bokanowski having a great day in his Ford Mustang. 97's right behind him. Nick Hagee's working his way up to 5th. Zach came in 6th.
Okanowski actually came pretty close to making the playoffs a few times. He was kind of flirting with the cut line at the end of the season, but just couldn't hold it. I don't believe he has a win this season, though he did.
He had a couple wins last season at the end of the year. He really caught fire.
Yeah, but it was too little too late, I think.
He got a mirror
That
full
was
of
last.
Jackson Steiner right now.
Steiner's looking low.
Will he give it them bumper?
I don't think they want to really battle that much because they don't want to let the 94 pull away. Hasn't really lost him yet.
And it's really hard to really pull away here because of the draft. Down these long straightaways, you can really suck up to the guy in front of you. And the 36 is catching 94 here. See if he can have a good corner and get a run down the front straightaway. No, 94 got the better corner that time. 97 got an even better corner. He's right there.
Here comes
He
a 48.
He tucks back in line.
48 got a great corner. These top 4 are pulling away. 48 all over the
Inside,
97. He goes low.
maybe got into him. I'm
Oh,
not
I think
sure.
he can make contact.
36 has a chance for the lead. He's right there. He's looking.
If he gets a slingshot, he could go right to the lead past all 3 of those cars.
Oh, I got a little loose there off the corner.
Maybe even down the backstretch. A lot of guys kind of running a little bit wider than I think they want to as they come down the backstretch off of 2.
97
So we'll see if
to
anyone
the
hits the
inside
wall.
for second.
This is what the 94 wants to see right here.
Yeah,
Side
keep
by side
battling.
racing for second place.
They're going to be side by side down the front straightaway. And 36 is hanging on up top. 48's going to help
He's
the
got
97.
48.
They
48's
want
gonna
to
go
fall
down
back
to
in
the
line.
next
They
right.
have to fall back in
Yeah.
line because they're losing the 94 right now.
Just one corner of battling. That's what it does. And the 48's going to make a move on the 97 now. On that battling also helped Zach Kame catch up.
Oh, here comes
Oh, that
the
wasn't
12.
really much of a battle. They're getting right by him. Something happened. He got an awful corner.
97 had a bad corner there. Now the
He's
12's going to
going
fight by
backwards.
him.
Yeah, he's
Something's going on in that
way
car.
backwards.
I returned. Oh boy.
DaCosta out front. Jared Bokanowski in second. But he's got a mirror
Marcus
full.
Smith having a stealth run in 9th.
Yeah, he's having a great run. Matthew Dutcher in 10th.
Whoa.
Dutcher threw it in
almost
there.
turned him.
Good lord. Hang on there.
They're
36 is
getting
going to have a
really
run
close
here,
together.
guys.
Now the 36. I think the 36 was also one of those cars in contention for the win at the Brickyard 400.
Yeah, here he comes. He's got a run. He's looking. The
He's
94
looking,
had to
he's
slip up.
looking.
94 is right where
94,
you want
oh,
to
he
be.
slipped
Here he
up.
comes, here he comes.
Oh, he
Come on.
slipped.
He put the pressure on the rookie, but he's still hanging on.
I haven't been around him yet.
I think I'm watching the clash right here.
94 got a pretty good corner there, and we'll see if he gets one here. He does.
Looks like that top 10 has completely separated themselves from the
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
have.
Look at that.
There's your separation.
There he comes. 36 to the inside.
Uh-oh.
There he goes.
He's going to make the pass here. The outside is awful in 1 and 2. Yeah, there he goes. 36 to the lead. 94 is going to tuck in second if he can block the 48. He's not going to be able to.
That's the
He
one
tried.
corner where the outside
Oh,
is bad.
Yeah.
And
He
just
tucks in
because of that, he
second.
could lose a ton of spots.
Here comes the 59. A big run down the back.
He's not
That's a
wasting no
gutsy
time.
move by
here.
the 59 because no one's coming down with him. So I think I don't
He's
know
gonna
how
make
much
it
he
work,
can
though.
accomplish there. 94 goes low to block. Oh, the 48 checked up. Him and the
48
59
went
almost got together.
wide.
59.
48 goes high.
I think the 59 wants a win to reassure himself that he needs more, that he can be confident in himself for the future, because he is just not having a good season.
Yeah,
like
compared
he
to
did
last
in
season.
Last season, where
Last season he was
dominated.
amazing.
I think 4 wins.
Yeah, here he comes.
But then he just fell 1 round short of making it to the championship 4, and then just hasn't been himself ever since then.
Here comes the 48 with a big run.
48 wasn't able to get around him. 59's going to make a shot at the 94. Here he comes to the inside now. Can the 94 make the outside lane work again? He does. And 94's got that outside lane dialed in him in turn 3 and 4.
Outside's better in this corner, though.
Yeah.
And then in the next corner, though, that's where the 59 wants to try to get under the 94, but there's too much distance for that right now. And the last winner at this track, like 12, is all over his back bumper. 3 cars working together, that could create some draft.
48, check up big time. 90 almost turned him.
Brooks Bergensmith. Say that 10 times fast.
He's made his way up there.
Yeah, he's up to 6th.
Oh, somebody hit the wall. That 48
Yeah,
hit the
I
wall.
think either the 48 or the 09 hit the wall.
Yeah.
Could slow up the pack behind them.
Ooh,
Yeah,
contact
there
around
he
goes
is.
Bergensmith.
Turned him!
Oh,
He
over
turned
the
him!
field.
Oh,
Oh, Laura's involved.
Big
Watch
win.
out, watch out.
Watch
Here
out,
we
watch
go,
out,
here we
watch
go.
out, watch out, watch out.
93, the 77.
Oh!
The 88 went through.
Oh,
my
God.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, we're still
Oh,
wrecking.
watch out,
We're
the
still
60
wrecking.
around. I don't know who made it through.
What the?
So a bunch of guys had to go down pit road. To...
Oh my!
Legitimately
Oh,
don't know. I think
89.
the one
Oh, he hit the pit wall.
the 89
I hit the pit wall.
He must have had no
On the
steering.
one car.
The 41 can't
The
steer.
41 did it too, and he's stuck in it.
Stuck in the pit wall.
Both of them probably had no steering.
Oh,
They had no steering.
Chaos on the front stretch.
They had no
Just when I start
steering.
talking good about
Oh
Brooks
my
Bergensmith.
gosh. Chaos.
The leaders went to pit road for their green flag pit stops when that caution came out.
And
That's
all
gonna
hell
help them.
breaks loose.
Oh
I-
my.
I
That's
jinxed
the leaders.
I
What
just
a-
jinxed Bergensmith.
Oh my gosh. That's like a replay. That's
Dude.
like
Replay, please. I don't know who made it through and who didn't. I saw
think
like
the
a
88
million
went right
cars
under
just
that.
shoot
I
into
think,
it.
I think the 88
what is he
went-
doing?
Oh, wow,
Please, what are you doing?
What did the 87 just rear-ended the? He's still beating him.
What is he doing?
Oh, he's
What
got
is
like
he-
no steer. What? Oh, he's trying to get back in line.
I
He just
think
he
he's trying to get
nailed
his
the
spot back.
97.
That's only gonna give more
What?
damage to his car.
Who was the guy that
I
was
think
upside
he ought to
down?
go on board with the 88.
I think he's
He
taking
went
the
right
wave
under
around. He's
car
taking
that
the
was
wave
running.
I
around.
want to just see a replay first, please. I'm so
Yeah,
confused what happened there.
let's see pit stops first.
Oh
I love
my
the
God.
353 signs. That's very
Rick,
reassuring.
Rick, what do you got down there in the pit? What do you got down there in the 59 pit?
Well, I got the.
We're asking Rick Allen.
Oh, sorry.
Rick Allen.
Rick Allen's actually not with us right now, so go ahead, Preston.
I forgot I'm DW. So I got these cars coming down pit road right here, and they are saying they don't know what the hell just happened. All I know is that one guy was flipping into the fence. Unfortunately, we are suspecting some injuries with that guy. We'll let you know, but don't keep your hopes up.
All right, 59 will win the
We'll
race
find
off pit
out.
road.
These are pretty safe cars, so we'll see what happens. Zach
Yeah,
came winning
but
the race
I
off pit
know.
road.
Yeah, they said that these cars are pretty safe, but we don't know about that wreck. That was just way too scary.
Is the one a lap down, or is that lap traffic in front?
All these guys are.
Yeah, I think that's lap traffic.
Yeah, that's all lap traffic.
The
Those are some
98, the
actually
45, and the 1 have damage.
I just want to know what the hell
Alright.
just happened.
Yeah, I'm a little
Oh my
confused too,
goodness.
Drake.
Yeah,
Oh.
Mikey.
I believe
I
we
just
did
heard-
see.
I just
Somebody-
started talking good about Brooks too, and I was like, he's coming
Yeah,
up
I
to the
think
field.
what
and,
jinxed
you know,
him.
Alright,
so
alright.
bad,
So
dude.
I think what happened here was he went wide and then he tried to get back in line in front of the 28 here. Yeah, he checked up and the 28. Or yeah, he went wide and then the 28 got into his left rear. 28 slid up the track. That's what happened. Look how loose the 28 got. Got into his left rear and
And then they were like really tight behind him
he
too.
hit the wall hard here. I think.
48. Oh,
Really?
this
He
could
hit
be
the wall,
bad.
didn't
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
Here we go.
nailed
The
wall
wild ride.
hard.
Oh my
Barely clipped to
goodness.
16.
But that's
Oh,
setting him
09,
around, and that there
44.
they go.
That's where the 93 got hit right here, and then he's gonna get clobbered.
And this is like a Talladega style
Look at
right
that.
here.
Oh.
Up in the air.
Oh, that
46
was
flew
right
under
side,
him.
too.
Doesn't look like there
Holy
are any cars right
shit.
He landed on it.
There's the 77. The 88 got some damage.
Oh, guys, I don't want to keep your hopes up. I just.
Then he got hit by the
Okay.
89.
Oh.
That's the driver door right there, guys.
Yeah, that was driver's side when he initiated it.
No, watch out, watch out. Ooh.
Oh.
He landed on
Somebody
his side
came in there real
too.
fast.
And then these
then-
guys back here, they had no steering.
More calamity here.
89 had no steering. Just
89 has no
slammed.
steering, hits the wall. 41 has no steering, gets impaled by this wall.
Hey, at least he didn't go airborne.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like he has twice in his
And then
career.
the 87 just came full throttle trying to get the wave around, and absolutely nails the 897 here.
And that's bringing more damage onto his car. So I just
Yeah.
don't know.
Good
So who was that flipped again?
I was
The 93, Brian.
Brian Lilly. So
A lot of cars in the garage after that one. The 89, the 93, the 77, the
how
41,
is the
the
one
14.
not a lap down? He's 2 minutes back off the lead lap.
So these
I
top,
hope
these,
Dale's
tail
okay.
Tail end. Tail end. All these guys are on the tail end.
I hope Dale's okay. I mean, he's
Oh,
alright.
remember, we
I
got
think.
7 to 9 laps. About 9 laps till we
Yeah,
get
we
there.
only have a few laps to go until the stage caution, but I don't know if these cars are up to speed, so we'll see what
Who's
happens.
the guy in second?
No,
Going with like no hood.
no, these three are a lap down. They're at the tail end of the lead lap.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
They're
say.
tail end of the
what
lead
in
lap right now.
So the
hell?
36 is in first, 94 second, 12 third.
So we'll see if the 36 gets a good restart or if the lap cars hold them up, because whoever
All right,
anyone
we're
who
gonna
leads these
get the
guys,
restart
if
from
they
this
stay on
shot,
the lead lap.
because this will show the whole restart. So here we go, boys. Back to the green flag. We're back on our way at Indianapolis.
By the way, I think I saw the 89 in the garage.
Yeah, 89's
I
in
could
the
be wrong.
garage. That'll
Yeah,
end
the
his
garage,
playoff
that
run.
Will bring an end to his season.
Here he
was
comes to the
50 points
inside.
below the cut line.
94 is gonna get stuck behind the lappers.
Oh, the 98 again, just like he did last week at Vegas.
Yeah. 36 gonna take the lead away, and we're gonna see a stack up here,
no.
big time.
Oh,
That one car
bad
got some
stack
speed.
up.
3 wide. 3
I don't think
wide,
the one's
boys.
gonna be able to hold out in front that much longer, Jake. He's not as fast as the 36 is
Yeah,
gonna
there
all
he
race
comes.
long.
The
And there
one
he
and
goes.
that 45, I believe, are going to be holding up candidates. 95 of Bingham.
Oh, the
stuck
30,
behind
the
him.
one forced the
Oh,
36
almost
to
3
come
wide.
Oh,
3 wide.
They need to get out of the way.
Yeah.
hey, he don't need no rear downforce.
He's hanging on. I mean,
He's hanging. I
He's
don't
gonna
think
get-
he's gonna be.
he's gonna get passed
in
right
front.
here.
Hell,
The
hell
23
Yeah,
yeah.
he'll be passed here. But remember though, if he does manage to get back in front, I don't think it's gonna happen though. But
Yeah.
if he does somehow
These
manage
2
to
lap
get in
cars
front
need
of
to
him,
get
he'll
out
be
of the
flat.
way.
But
Oh,
those
45
guys
up the
are
track.
ones.
No.
Into the
Oh,
turn.
Each other.
Oh. You
Caution's
got a
out,
caution on the
caution's
track.
out.
Caution on the track.
He
What
keeps
happened?
the
Oh, another
position.
wreck. Oh, the
Oh.
88, the 53,
Holy.
the 44. Oh.
I'm gonna say this right now. If you're Chris Lilly, now is the perfect time to be having.
Oh,
an
battle for the
awful
lead.
race.
Oh,
Battle back to the line.
Drove it in!
He
no
doing
one's
him.
got something to say about it.
One's not gonna make it. One's not gonna make it. But
Kazola's gonna be
How
your
about
leader.
B2. Oh.
what the heck was this?
Huh.
As I was saying though, if you're the 53, this is like the best time to be having an absolutely terrible day because you're already locked into the next round. You got nothing
Let's see
to
what
worry about.
happened. Started with the 88 up here, I think.
This is
Oh,
not
right
good
here.
for the 88. You don't want to be having
All
a
right,
bad day
no.
like
Oh,
this.
he got turned by the 97. Oh, he's gonna hit the wall
Two
hard.
playoff
Ooh.
drivers wrecking. Not driver's side.
Oh, Oh, yeah,
Oh.
44.
Okay.
44 came out of.
Come on.
He couldn't. He had nowhere to go. 53 just got
Chris
won
crisped
the
there.
regular season championship, but hasn't really lived up to it since then. He was
Chris
fourth
Lilly
in
with
points.
a hard impact. Oh no.
Both
Oh,
Lilly brothers.
driver's side too. Oh, that's That's a
Both
horrible
Lilly
crash.
brothers with heavy driver side hits. You had Brian with that huge flip, and now this from Chris.
So we're
Oh,
gonna,
are we just going to pit?
yeah, they're gonna pit again.
Yeah, and that car with no hood's not going to pit because why would they need a pit?
The 23 is gonna have such a big gap coming to pit road because these other guys got held
Oh,
on.
Look
they're
right there,
wrecking in the
guys.
back.
Huh?
Yeah,
Oh, there was a little bit of smoke. It might have just been them clicking on dirt or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, I have an update. Amazingly, the 93 has been checked and released from the care center.
That's good to hear. Oh, the 43 just got hit by the 00 on pit road.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, contact.
Eamon's been one of the guys that have been able to keep it clean. One of the chase guys, at least.
Anyway, though, that's pretty unbelievable news considering that huge heavy wreck.
Oh,
that
more
he had.
wrecking.
Oh, the 9
The
got
47.
I got turned for the
in front of the
28.
28.
Oh,
The
oh,
36
watch
is gonna get held up.
Race off pit
Oh
road.
my
23
God.
easily wins it off. The 59 is gonna come out second.
No
Michael
contest for the
Gaston
23.
third. Bokanowski lost 4 or 5 spots there.
We got more back. Never mind.
Okanowski got held up by all those guys.
94 lost a ton of spots. The 12 lost a ton of spots.
Shake up.
So these
Big
top,
time
these
shake
top
up.
4, I hope they pit this time by. Go to the end of the line.
I don't think they will, yeah.
Yes.
Did any of those
Oh,
cars
yeah, they
DNF
all
from
did.
that wreck?
I don't think so. The 44 maybe.
Let's check.
44 no. Oh yeah, he did. That's gonna hurt. Let's see. Let's look at the playoff. The chase standings right now. Let's look
The
at.
44 was 4th in points, 51 above the
Yeah,
top
this,
line.
it's gonna be
Again,
close. It's gonna be
A
close.
similar situation to the 87 where, again, the max points you can earn is 55, and he has under that, so he's not 100% locked in, but it's still a big cushion. You have to remember, or you have to think, he won the regular season championship, so
Yeah.
if he didn't have that 10 point, and I don't know if he has, so he could have that regular season championship to thank.
Yeah. It'll be
If he
interesting.
does make it in, but it's gonna be really close.
Whoever said this was exactly like the Clash, I totally agree with you.
That
right
was
now.
Drake.
That's
Yeah, like a lot of
total
these
agreement
guys
right
that
there.
really aren't like usually up in the front here. They're up here racing. Zach Kane, Michael Gaston, Nick Hague, all these non-chase drivers. Jelani
Yeah,
Howell.
Kind of like a few races ago. I forget
Michael
that one
Gaston's
race.
been up there these last couple races.
Gaston has
Yeah.
been up there these last few, but
Look at Cope. Cope's coming back at this track. This is probably one of his worst tracks besides like season 1 or 2 where he got that one win.
and
Yeah.
Michael
He was
Gaston,
involved in
I
that first wreck
believe-
too.
Yeah, but
Is it?
Oh, the
Michael
25
Gaston?
blowing up from fifth.
Oh, he blows up.
From fifth
Oh, man.
position. So
That'll
Heartbreak
shake
for
up the
Nick
field a little
Bingham.
bit.
here we go. Back to the green flag. It's actually a 1-lap dash, or a 2-lap. This is a green white checkered until the end of the stage.
For the stage.
2 laps. Here we
Alright,
go.
guys. The real question is how many cars are going to be left at the end of the race?
I honestly
That's
think
the
I
real
there's
really
still gonna be
don't
quite a
know.
bit
A lot
still.
of damaged cars are riding around in the back, but I just don't know how many are actually going to be in contention.
81 going to the inside of 59.
Oh, he's got a good run. 23 throwing the block.
81's gonna, or 90. Yeah, 81's gonna have the draft. They go into turn
Kind of reminds me
3.
of that one race. I forget what track it was, but it was that one race where
Pocono.
all the big names just kept dropping out one by one.
Pocono.
This is kind of like that, because now all the guys who are kind of running around at the back have chances to win. And here we go, white flag for stage number 1.
Yeah, 81 has a
think is
nice
almost got
run.
it. Don't off. That's what we'll get him. Excuse me. Oh.
He has a good run. He's a good run. If he
He
makes
has a
these
good,
top
I don't
enough-
think it's going to be
Gonna need
enough.
help.
He's gonna try.
Damn, someone in the background just said, "Shut up!
Shut up.
Shut up!
Shut up.
Shut up!"
All right, on
See,
it for
when we
that.
have more cars going back to the line.
Double Zero's gonna try to make it past the 7 for that top 5 spot, but Gabe Cazorla's gonna run away with this
Here
one.
we go, the 23.
I gotta,
He's going to have it clean.
gotta throw the caution. That'd probably help.
We're going green next time by.
Oh, you dumbass.
So
Don't forget the overlay thing, too.
I already did. I got it.
You got it.
23 will win stage number 1. Get those 10 bonus points to help him as he moves on to the next round. If he moves on to the next round. 81 second.
It'll be close.
Preston Cope and Colin Cope got stage points there. Ethan ninth.
All right.
Noel Rivera moved up some spots. A lot of these chase guys really haven't been running well today. Only 2 of them, or 3 of them in the top 11.
I tell you what, though. I think it's about time for the underdogs to start stepping up, and I think this is a perfect race for that.
Yeah.
You see a lot of guys who are typically about mid-pack
Yeah.
starting to run up front, and this is a good opportunity for them. I'm kind of glad that we're seeing like the 7 and 00 starting to merge their way up into the front pack.
All right, let's see what pit stops do. They are pitting after only 2 laps, so.
All right, Raquel, let's get a pit report going on. What's going on down there?
Right, well, the 23's got a really loose race car. And they're saying it's really free off the exit and needs more grip. Back to you, Preston.
Well, thank you there. Let's go down to Drake Gosselin in the number 53 pit to see how he's doing after that hard hit in the driver's side door.
53 not looking well. He climbed out of his car, went to the medical center, and
And he's actually still on the track.
He's still on the
oh,
track.
wow, I didn't see him. I'm sorry.
He pulled
I
a
must have
case
been looking at his brother.
Faulty pit reporting. No worries, though.
I'll just report on the 93 driver, though. Brian Lilly was coming out of the car holding his wrist after that hard hit.
FYI, I already made
Shut up.
a report
But
about
after
him.
going to the medical care center, they did give him a little wrist thing for his hand and said he should be good to drive next week. Back to you in the booth, guys.
I already made a report about him saying
Shut
he
up.
was checked and released, but
You didn't
thanks.
do it the proper way.
So,
There is no proper way,
Gotta
honestly.
Okay.
Detail.
so,
You gotta say back to the booth. Not official.
Michael Gaston will be your leader. Gabe Cazzola lost a couple spots there on pit road.
Put it out, put it out. David Hoots out here.
David Who's retired. That doesn't make sense.
You know what? I still love David Hoots with all my heart.
Okay. Anyway.
All right,
It's
so
only
we're
Gabe with
gonna
the
get the
top
1 to go
car.
signal this time by. What do you guys see out of these guys in stage 2? Let's start with Jack.
Honestly, I see maybe it calms down a little bit now that there's been X. I think that maybe these guys are gonna get smart about what they're doing with their cars, so we'll see what happens. But I think they might keep it a little bit cleaner, but you never know. With all the playoff drivers that are looking to work their way up through the field and maybe try to get a win as well, you just never know.
Let's go to Drake. What do you see out of these guys in stage 2?
You know, I see all these veterans at the back of the field and crashed out, and the chase drivers, like only a couple up in the top half of the field. I just think what's going to happen is these guys that haven't been around the front, they're going to experience it, but I think there's going to be a lot of commotion because they haven't seen this spotlight for a while. So I think we're going something's going bound to happen within the next 10 to 15 laps.
All right, let's finish it off with Chris. Chris?
I got the what am I finishing off?
You're just
Never
like,
mind. All right.
What do you
Coming
think's
to
gonna
the-
happen?
All
What
right,
do you
Jack,
think's gonna
whatever.
What do I think's gonna happen? We're gonna have more wrecks.
All right, perfect
These guys,
answer.
So,
the unexperienced cars in the front.
What I hear from all of you guys is there's gonna be wrecks. So we'll see if you guys are right as we come back to the green.
I say
stage number
it
2.
maybe calms down a little bit, but that's
Yeah.
if they're able to get through that first
Couple
first
laps.
few laps
Yeah,
and
alright.
take it easy.
Great restart from the 90 as we go back green.
Oh, you give the 81 a nice little push there. Remember, bump
Oh, here
traction
comes the
is
9.
legal.
9.
Yeah,
And
but
the 57 making it moves. Holy crap.
the 3 of Caleb
Great
Nelson,
restart.
he's slow. He's off the pace.
3 wide, 3
Oh,
wide.
43 on the inside. He forced it through the middle.
Oh,
This is
Oh, contact! Never mind.
He slid
this
back
is
in
an
front of the
interesting
42.
battle here. It's Jelani Howell and then the guy who's replacing him
Yeah.
with Connor Hudson.
Dylan Fox is shot up through the field on this restart. He's already up to second.
He hasn't really seen the front at all. Like Drake, you were mentioning, like some of these guys haven't seen this position before. Fox hasn't really seen it at all this season. So
I'm telling you guys.
Connor
I'm
DaCosta
still thinking
almost
of
in the
what I
rear.
said.
The
I am
90.
probably wrong, but this actually could be the first time that the 9 is up front.
I'm still sticking to
He's
what I
able to get
say.
there.
I'm pretty sure that an underdog's going to sweep this race. We've seen it before. We still see it happen. I'm thinking that these underdogs are going to step up and take a hold of that lead and probably win the race.
Now, Gaston, I don't believe he's won a race this season in that 81 car.
I can check. I don't think he has, but I can check.
I see last season in his rookie season, he was amazing. He had
He hasn't.
4 wins.
He hasn't.
All right, so he's still looking for that win this season, and he could get it here today. But he's still got a long time to wait.
was Michael Gaston last season?
81.
81.
What was his
He was the Nike, the orange Nike car.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Side by side for second.
Oh, yeah.
Bokanowski trying to hold off Dylan Fox. Bokanowski was up there early, then he fell back in those green flag pit stops, or
It
pit
has
stops
calmed
under
down
the
a bit.
caution, and then he made his way back up. He's up to third.
It has calmed down a bit. I think we do some crank it up.
All right, boys, let's mute ourselves and let's get her down here. Crank it up.
Nyum, 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 nyum.
All right, boys. There was your crank it up.
Haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, it's nice to do it again. And we got some moves here while we were doing that. Preston Cope's up to third. Nathan Emmons up to second, and he is chasing down that fast 81 car you saw there. He was way out in front of the field. But that 00 is chasing him down along with Preston Cope back there, and Connor Costa's trying to hold on to these spots. He's
There's
falling
been some
back.
battling, though. I would want to keep an eye on some of the drivers.
Yeah, I do. I do personally think Nathan Inman wants to go out with a strong note with DG Motorsports
And
shut
he's
down.
still
at
in
the
the
end of year.
chase, so he could move
Yeah,
on here.
He wants to go out and wants to
I
try to
don't
get
know
himself
where
into the
he
next
is.
round.
I think he's
If we look up here in the chase standings,
above.
left of your screen,
Please, we can't see that.
I can.
You'll-
'Cause I have it on my iPad.
Edmonds he came into this race
Edmond.
6 points above the cut line, and even if he finishes second here today, he should be okay.
But it depends. Who's he racing for that last spot?
Gabe
Uh,
Cazola.
Gabe Cazzola, and
Oh.
Cazzola was up there early. He actually won that stage, but he has faded back big time.
Yeah, but that does give him bonus points.
Yeah.
Where
Hey,
did
Chris,
it didn't finish in the stage?
what is the pit window?
It really
Around 20
depends,
laps
honestly.
or so, 20 or 25 laps,
You're
or like
Preston Cope.
18 or 19 laps or so. We've been green for about 10, so this is probably the longest green flag run we've been on. And Inman and Cope are catching
I'd
up
say
along with the
that's been,
36.
especially with all these guys just spreading out in front. It's really calmed down.
There comes
relatively
Inman to the
so.
back bumper of
So
Gaston.
close. Remember, for
He's
Inman, it's
there.
winning it in, so he's gonna want to be racing pretty hard here.
Side by side, who's the 57 going to get with? He actually's not even getting the draft there. He's trying to catch up to these guys while they're side by side. Who's going to get the edge as they go into 3? Oh, 00 drove it in really deep. 81 checked up there.
Really drove it in. I did not expect that. The 81 just like hit the brakes almost.
57 will clear the 81. That opens the door for the 36 now. Jared Bokanowski.
Oh boy, but he's got no help on the bottom.
Yeah, 51 or 57 with help from the 81 down there, or up there at the top lane. He's going to try to clear the 36. He does. So now the 57 setting his sights on Nathan Inman, the 00 who has really gotten up there later in this race. He was kind of marred in the back. He got some damage in an early wreck, and he's up here in the lead. Eli Quinn in the 5th position for iRacing Motorsports, running very well in that 5th position. He actually won a couple races ago at Pocono.
Drake
Who
left.
left? Drake did?
Yep.
Oh, we lost Drake, boys.
I feel like he'll
boy.
be back.
Bokanowski all over the back of Preston Cope. This 36 car has been quick all day.
57 hasn't really ran that well this get a win at Indianapolis here?
He won at Indianapolis in season 2.
End his season with a bang.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
He's trying to hold off this 36. He's too
If
busy
he
doing
does
that.
win,
And he's letting this
it'd be
Double
his
Zero get away.
first. It'd be his first and maybe only win in the 57 before he moves back to the 24 next season. So
Yeah.
we'll see what he can do. I just don't know though, because that Double Zero is pulling away.
Yeah, 36
now the
is
36
still
is
battling
coming
him.
to the inside of him.
I think he'll get him here through turn number 4. Oh, he got into his left rear. Put him up the track. It's gonna be a drag race down the front straightaway.
That's gonna stir some drama.
Yeah, and the
Especially-
36 is gonna have some help.
Yeah, 36 is gonna have the preferred line going in here to 1, and that 57 is gonna get freight trained.
Isn't that 36 with the Uprise Motorsports?
No.
No,
Oh, never mind.
he
That was
is
my
with
fault.
his own team,
JBM.
I think. JB Motorsports.
Man, 57 is trying to hold off the 94 now. Should be able to hang on the outside. He does. So
Let's
Hope
look where
loses
Cazzola's
3
running
spots.
right now.
Cazzola fell back a lot after winning that stage. He's in 16th position,
Jeez.
right in front of Matthew Dutcher. Zach Kame also was having a good run, and he fell back.
And
Chris Ollie just hasn't
Caz-
been having that good of a day.
Cazzola right now is the guy he's fighting with is Benson Pettin for that spot in
And
the cut
Pettin's
line.
in the garage,
So
Whoa,
right
yeah.
now he's good.
Got drilled.
side by side, for the top for the 11th spot.
Pettin's
Rivera,
in the
chase
garage.
driver. Yeah, Pettin's in the garage.
So that really only leaves one last spot for elimination because Pettin and Tyler are both well
What
under
about
the cut
Noel
line.
Rivera? Where's he sitting in the points?
Rivera, he
He's
came in 10
7th
points
right now.
above, and he's having a decent day, so he should be all right considering Pettin was in 10th under the cut line. Polite is still out there.
there's contact.
Oh, there's a wreck!
Big wreck.
The 7 got turned by the back straightaway, and the 81 is with him. 2-car wreck, luckily, as we're under caution
It
once
could be
again.
more, it
No,
could
they
be
got back
more.
going,
No, they save it. All right, we're good.
and we're back under caution.
Why?
The 57 was the cause of that. Someone squeezed him and then just didn't work too well. I saw that happening back
Big
there.
Jackson Steiner got a little sideways too. I think he kept it going
All these
right
blue
away.
cars up here just got together.
And before that wreck happened, I was just comment about how big of a lead the 00 had, and that big lead is gone.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
so let's
Where
go
did
back
he
and see what
start?
happened.
Ballot.
57 just
There's
got
the
squeezed.
The 81, he got pushed way high. Yeah, the 57 got into. Actually, didn't really get into him. He was all over his back bumper though. 81 went way high. Oh, the 57 tried diving low.
3 wide. It was 3 wide. And
57
guys,
was the-
The 7
I'm gonna say
pushes
this
up.
right now. I will never talk about the 57 maybe winning a race again, because every time
Oh,
I
he just
spin
got
it,
bounced
he's
in
wrecked.
between. He just got bounced in between these guys, and 81 and the 57 is
Kinda got
lucky
sandwiched
is lucky to
there,
get
but
by that.
yeah, he
Everybody else,
mostly held on.
94 did a great job getting around
Whoa,
that.
look at the 57. He almost just.
There was
Oh,
more
wow.
contact. The 47 and the 94 both tapped each other.
That 57 almost spun back out. Into
Yeah, watch the
outside
57
wall.
here.
Whoa!
Oh, he just held on. Look at all those guys
That's that
going
dirt
to
track
get by.
experience. He knows how to hang onto a sideways race car.
And Preston Cope has a lot of that.
Yeah. So let's have some side damage, but he should be okay to continue here. Just fine. So
Yeah,
Inman
strategy.
has to have a good pit stop here to retain this
Inman
lead.
needs the pit stop of his life right now.
Because he seems to be just fine when he's out there. Nobody's been able to really catch him when he's out
And
front.
as I was kind of saying too, there's really only like one more spot up for
Yeah.
someone to get eliminated because the 77 and the 89 both went to the garage while they were under the cut line, so that's pretty much going to bring an end to their playoff hopes. So
It's between. I mean, Nate Polite also is having a really bad day, and he was also out of the picture.
yeah,
Out of the
he's
cut
on
line.
picture as well.
Double
so.
zero. See if he beats these guys off pit road. He gets by these guys up here. Yeah, he will win the race off pit road. The 16 and the 36 are having a drag race. Eli O'Quinn will win that battle. 43 of Jelani Hollis silently got his way up to 4th.
He's actually been having a pretty big stealth run today as well. Haven't really talked about him, but he's been running like top 10, top 15 most of the day, and now he's in the top 5.
57 came out pit road just fine, so he didn't have to stay any longer to fix that damage.
Looked like it was just minor fixable damage, so he should be okay to continue.
Considering for the fact he's in that big wreck in the first
Yeah, he just got some damage, and then he just fought back.
Yeah, let's just not talk about the 57 anymore. For the
Meanwhile, we have an interesting battle. 23rd, 88. Drake goes on 24th, Blaze McKinney. And these are both guys that were the ones who I mentioned were not really, like, guaranteed to make it, but they have big cushions, so...
Yeah.
This will be a nice
49 is
little
blowing
battle
up down there on the
between them.
inside.
Oh, 49's
Tough.
blowing up. That's rough for Connor Hudson.
Tough end of the day for Connor Hudson.
Looks like he'll take the grass road.
Chris Lilly's
I think
up to 14th.
I think he's
in that
just kind
car.
of counting the days until he comes to JM1, because
Yeah.
he's just not really had that good of a season.
Those
but-
Toyotas have had the history of just mechanical failures.
Yep, a big one at that.
Yeah, so
Typically, when we see mechanical failures, it's Toyotas.
yeah. So a tough day
So
to
we're coming back to the
for
green.
Connor Hudson. He's having a decent day. We'll see what happens here as we come back to the green. We're gonna have 15 or 14 laps to go. Nathan Inman out front, and you got Eli
And
O'Quinn
Eli
and Jared
Bond.
Bokanowski in second and third. Green flag back in the air. We're racing again in Indianapolis, and Joseph Costello has silently made his way to sixth.
Big moves by Jimmy Geloni.
Jelani Howell to the inside
Takes
for
the 12 with
third.
him.
And
And
he's
Inman, though, low in the points, but
Joseph
he's
Costello
got
comes
the lead
with
right
him.
now.
a
So-
36 went way wide.
What happened to the 36?
He
just
lost a
dropped off
ton
in
of
that corner.
spots. Battle for third. Caldwell and Howell. Outside lane seemed to be able to hang on here in three.
Geloni takes it way
Oh,
too
battle for the
wide.
lead. 16 to the inside.
Here comes the 12.
And Eli O'Quinn to the lead. And
Yeah, but-
Cameron Caldwell trying to win both Indianapolis races
He
this
wants
year.
to sweep Indy.
Look who snuck their
guys-
way up here. Noel Rivera in the 47, the rookie.
If he wins, he's also in the
And-
next
He's up to
round.
P3.
He's up to P3. Colin Cope up to
And
fourth.
guys, remember I mentioned the cloudy weather. I think it's getting a little worse. I'm seeing it's not really close to the track yet, but we'll see if
Yeah.
we can get the race in. Pretty sure we'll
A
be able
big
to.
draft by the 47. He's going to have a run here. Who's going to make the move? One of
Wow.
these top five have to make a move.
Oh,
And
it's
they
a
all
train
go to
on
the
top
inside.
five.
They're going to leave the
It
16
looks
out to
clean out except
drive.
for the 16.
Oh, someone just shut up the track.
He made it work.
Here comes Colin.
Colin Cope in the 42.
Havertz talked about him all day.
Oh my lord, this is
Guys,
great
by the
race.
way, something interesting. This is the first time in the past
For the lead.
since season 2, I think, that one of the Cope brothers will not be competing for the championship.
Yeah.
Both Preston and Colin failed to make the chase.
And Colin up to second. The 43 doors the 16 to get to third.
Whoa there.
Oh, we got a wreck in the
Little
back.
wreck, big
28
wreck.
to 36. And the 60.
The
And
60,
Dutcher.
those are some guys who were contending for the win.
Looks like we might have a closer. 10
Oh,
laps
guys.
to go.
Let's watch the race back to
That
the
is
line. This is the race back for the lead.
Colin throws the slider.
Colin's gonna get it, I think.
Look at the big
I
run
don't
by
know,
the
though.
43.
Not yet, here comes the
Oh,
43.
we got a wreck in the back.
Oh, another
On
one.
a 9. And Colin Cope will have the lead when we come to caution.
Wow.
What a turn of
Guys.
events.
I will say this, though. That is heartbreak for the 36. He was
Yeah.
having one of his career days here.
What happened? I got back. What happened?
Matt,
Chris.
Costello, and Bokanowski wrecked.
How?
And then the 9 spun out. I don't know. It just happened.
We're about to find out. It just happened.
So the 36, he was just falling back. They must have made the wrong adjustment because his car was just really tight.
Slides up way too big and looks like
And I think DeCosta might have gone into him here.
Oh,
no,
28
no,
drove it
it's
in.
Dutcher.
28 drove it in really deep. Him and the 37, the 28 just lost it, and then
the CC
all those
was
guys.
just a bystander. That's just the
I
worst.
Oh, he
I
almost
think the
went over.
28. I think the
28.
28 tried to go high and didn't realize the 36 going low.
And then the 9 coming back to the caution got spun. Not sure how, because he was all by
Someone must have
himself.
drove it in.
Because he was all by himself. I'm not sure how he wrecked.
I'm guessing the.
Might have just got
Reese's
loose
car.
and spun.
I get a bad corner. 46 tried to pounce on it and spun him out.
Oh,
that's-
Meanwhile, I saw the 53 kind of get into the grass a little.
Yeah, trying to avoid the accident.
It was just trying to avoid.
Darn. That was.
Got a stack
They
up here
coming
trying
out
to.
This is shaping
they
up to
did
be a
not
heck of a
pit.
battle.
They did not pit.
Oh boy.
Are they topped off now? Is the
Yeah,
question.
the later they get in the race, they want that track position. So
And Cameron Lara to the garage with a suspension issue,
that's bad for him. He was having a decent run.
and it was also a gearbox problem with the 49, which is why he blew up.
So we're gonna have
I
an
don't
interesting
know.
race to the
Alright.
finish.
I can't call this one.
We're gonna have an interesting race to the finish. This probably will be the
It's not
last caution, because if we get another caution, it's gonna be the end of the race.
Let's all figure to the end.
Are we gonna do points live on stream?
No, we'll post them.
Yeah,
No,
we're
I
gonna
need
have
to do
to.
live on stream.
No, I'm not putting every single individual point on stream. No. So
That's a good.
Colin Cope will lead us back to the Green
That's
flag.
a good point.
In the top
Yeah.
10, we only have 3 playoff drivers once again. Nathan Inman fell back after that restart. He fell back big time. And Cazzola's back up here. Steiner's in 11th. Chris Lilly's still just having a, he's just hanging on. at
Mediocre day.
14th. Drake Osensworth
He's
is back
just
up to
barely
15th.
hanging on. It's not really. It's subpar, but again, if you want to have like a bad race and you're Chris Lilly, now is like the best time to have it. You're
Yeah.
already locked
He's,
in. You got nothing to worry about.
he's running 14th. It's not really a bad race compared
Yeah,
to
it's more like subpar though. I'd
Yeah.
say, like for his standards, considering he has 3 wins.
So here we go, boys. This is probably the last restart of the race. So these guys are going to be going all out. Who's going to win here at Indianapolis? Colin Cope, Cameron Caldwell,
Unless
Jelani
they
Howell,
wreck
Eli
on
it.
Quinn,
Green.
and Noel Rivera, your top 5.
If they wreck,
Here we go.
The top
on
4
this lap.
are all Chevrolets, but then you have the Toyota Rivera.
Comes Caleb Faircloth.
Faircloth,
if
he
they
was
wreck
aggressive early in the
this
race.
lap, if they wreck this lap, then
Yeah,
there will be
47,
another restart.
47 had a bad start. He's going right to the back. 57
Guys,
at the
I don't
6th.
think a playoff driver is gonna win this
Oh
round.
yeah, this is all non-playoff drivers up here. These guys are going for it. Most of these guys haven't won a race this season, except Caldwell. He's won 3. But all these guys are just trying to get wins. And the 12 is the 48 got into the back of the 16. Faircloth is
This is
aggressive.
weird.
Oh man.
Coming at 5 to go.
16 almost came
6 to
down
go.
to 57. That would have been bad.
6 laps to go. Colin Cope out front.
Lonnie's got to run.
No, it's 5 to go.
6. Oh yeah, it is 5. I knew that.
Yeah, it's 5 to go. Yeah, I knew that.
These guys behind him, they were bump drafting kind of. They weren't really bump drafting, but they were using the air to work
Jelani
together.
Howell
Lonnie on
has
your side.
And they were
not
catching the
had a good
42.
season at all. Could he maybe
That's all
try
he
to get a
wants
win
is just
here?
sitting duck.
Yeah, but I mean, you've seen how the clean air has just been so good here.
Yeah, we've seen so many guys just pull away from leads like this, so I just think, unless a mechanical failure strikes the
Something's
42,
wrong with that 12. Something's wrong with that 12.
No, it feels fine.
Lonnie's all. Are you sure he's running a bit off pace?
he got a
No,
bad,
Oh,
he's
never
fine.
mind. He got it wrong.
48 to
he
the
got a
inside of the
bad corner
43.
there, Preston, but he's okay.
48's gonna make a move for third. 57 to the
57's
inside
gonna
of 16.
We'll see, can Caldwell make a last run at Colin Cope and win and sweep Indianapolis? The
This would be his
rain is
fourth.
moving in a little bit, but
Oh, a
I
bad
think we
corner
should
for
still be able
Cope.
to get the
A
finish.
horrible corner for Colin Cope.
Here comes Caldwell.
We're
that
gonna
was
have a-
all Caldwell needed. Now he has to sniff.
Are we under caution? Because I saw smoke in turn. No, we're not. Okay, guys. I saw smoke down. Yeah, right there. I saw smoke.
Might have been
okay.
the 60.
No, there was a wreck. There was a wreck.
Yeah,
there
but
was
there's-
tire marks going in the
Yeah,
3.
there's no.
Well,
there's
whatever
no
happened,
caution.
it was not enough to warrant a caution.
The
And
12
now
is there. 3 to go.
That
Look at
one
Colin.
corner.
Colin's trying to shake the draft. Colin's trying to shake the draft.
No, he's not. He's going straight.
It's going to be a 2-car race for the win unless these guys wreck each other. 42 drove it in really
Good
deep. It's
corner.
working for him.
He made it work. The 12 didn't make it work that well, so also
Oh, Caldwell got
Still-
a nice corner though.
They both did pretty well. They're pretty equal. Caldwell just, I don't know if he has enough time.
he's gonna have to hope the 42 makes another awful mistake. Coming to 2 to go.
Because Cope is just
Oh,
really
Colin
quick.
Colin with a good corner.
Yeah, Cope
Come
had
on,
a
Mike.
great corner there.
Come on, Mikey. Come on.
2 laps remaining at Indianapolis.
2 to go.
Who's gonna win it?
Colin kind of slid up on the straightaway there.
The 12 is just, he's pushing hard. He wants this win.
Don't know if I'll be able to get him though.
Colin Cope is just, he's laying down perfect laps. He's extending his gap now.
He learned from his mistake on that one corner. And he managed to hold on through it all. So looks like he.
You gotta make through.
Position.
We gotta make through these last couple laps perfect.
Yeah,
One
you gotta
mistake.
make it to the checkered
You can
flag.
still make a mistake.
One mistake, or it'll take
He's
him
in
out.
prime position, but you have to make it to that checkered flag. But right now the white flag is in the air for Colin.
All right, Chris.
White flag sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Uh-oh. What did I do?
Are you
Blaze.
kidding me?
Blaze.
Oh, I paused the race. Okay.
You paused the okay. We're
Okay.
safe, we're
All
safe.
right. White flag. Can Colin Cope hang on for just one more lap? He's got 3 corners to do it.
Got through the first 2 okay. I think the 12 just got a couple bad corners there, and that's probably going to be the race.
2 more corners. Colin Cope trying to get his first win of the season. He had a really great season last year. 3 wins. He's trying to get his first.
Hold on for 2 more.
He's trying to get his first win here at Indianapolis, the historic track. And the 12's not going to get any time to
And
get
he's
there.
gonna
He's
do
going
it.
to do it.
Colin
Yeah,
Cope
Mikey.
off of turn 4 is going to win here at Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
What's the track called again?
I kind of blinked out. What a race! Colin Cope was kind of he came out of nowhere. He wasn't even up
Yeah,
there.
he
tell you-
did.
hey,
We
what did I
really
tell
didn't talk
you?
about him all race, and now it's a great race
Jelani
by the
came home
42.
4th.
I-
DaCosta 5th. Faircloth 3rd.
Preston Cope a nice bounce back after that wreck.
Yeah, 30. The
Wasn't
23
really much
came back
damage,
to
but
7th.
still a nice bounce back.
I
Steiner
told
came
you
over the
guys.
top
I
10.
told you an
And
underdog was gonna win.
Meanwhile, we go back to the rest of the field. Just a couple of guys having subpar days. Blaze McKinney, that was not the way he wanted to have his uprise debut, to say the least.
Lap 1.
Lap 1, he gets into an incident with Gosling, and then
So Colin Cope, he almost lost it there. Then he picked it up at the last couple laps. Cameron Caldwell was so close to getting that 4th win of the season. That would actually give him the most wins of anybody this
it
season.
would have. He was really, and you just think about, like, he won the Brickyard 400, and then he comes one position away from sweeping Indianapolis. He could be a threat at this track next season.
Yeah, he's
Well,
really fast.
we have to remember there's gonna be a new aero package.
Yeah, so this is gonna
Yeah.
change. That could change everything.
Yeah, it'll change, but we'll see. Knowing the track is big, and he definitely knows this track, so. Meanwhile, we will have yet another round in the playoffs. Out of all the many rounds in GoPro playoff history, we'll have another round where no one advances all on points, and 2 drivers that were below the cut line were tired. So I would think it's safe to say that Mason Tyler and I believe it was who was it? It was Tyler and it was Pedden. I would
Yeah,
think it's safe to say they are both out of the playoffs.
I would say Polite. I think the 3 guys that were out coming in are the 3 guys going out.
Yeah, because Polite did not have a good race either.
Yeah, so we probably have it figured out, but
Apparently, the 13 finished 33rd on the podium, as you can see on the scoreboard.
Ethan
Okay.
Lara, kind of a fall from grace. He did win the
Yeah.
regular season championship, and like I said earlier,
he's wrecked in all 3 races.
I think he has the regular season championship to thank for him
Yeah.
advancing to the next round, because
Oh, yeah.
he wouldn't have made it without that 10-point bonus. I think he would have been just short.
Oh yeah. So
Great race.
great race. That was. You never knew who was gonna win until that last lap. I mean, he could have
I
still
told-
made a mistake.
I told you guys that an underdog was gonna win it.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say Cope's an underdog. He's a 2-time champion, but he's just not had the greatest
He
of
still
a season.
won it.
So we'll see you guys in the round of 9 on
We
Wednesday.
will be at Armory Digital Super Speedway.
That starts the round of the
9.
super speedways.
Yeah, we got a full Super Speedway round. Armory Digital, then Talladega, then. So it'll be a nice little, interesting round of 9.
Oh yeah.
So
Really interesting.
no one will really be out of those races.
So
It'll be fights to the finish. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see you guys then. Thank you guys for watching here at Indianapolis, the Panasonic 500. And congratulations to Colin Cope on his win. And we'll see you guys in Armory Digital. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.